Digiwaxx.
Let us welcome the legend right here, man. 30 years. So Dev, Mr. Jermaine Dupri in the building. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining the call today. Congratulations. Super dope to see this So Dev thing go down last night, man. That shit was amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Indeed. How you living? You know what? Because I think we were told, we thought we were gonna have you last week. Was the BET Hip Hop Awards an all-nighter for you after that night?
Yeah. Shit, yeah. I mean, it's 30th anniversary. Like, this ain't something that I planned on being able to celebrate. It ain't something that I even thought we'd even get to. And it just really, my birthday passed, and it was just like a real sign of just like, just a time in your life that you should really celebrate. So ever since my birthday, I just been like, we gonna celebrate this. We gonna celebrate it to the fullest. Not even about just getting fucked up and whatever, just actually really celebrating, you know what I mean? And making sure that we take all of this in, because next year is not the 30th anniversary no more. Next year is not the 50th anniversary no more, Just try to, soak as much of this feeling as possible.
Yeah, it's crazy. This year, like hella, like I didn't even realize, because even with seeing DJ Drama on there, 20 years of trap music getting celebrated as well right there, man. So that was a big show last night, man. I mean, I think about like the Luda, Killer Mike, Tyrese and Chingy hit the stage with you, Nelly, the Brat, and Franchise. That was amazing, man. Amazing. So big congratulations. And even furthermore, big ups on this new record with Jacquees. I got to give you props as a Mexican, man. This is the first time I've heard a non-Mexican artist use the La Raza sampling. So
really,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
So if you're from the South, all the Southern DJs that's on here, and they could, somebody could write in the chat, it's a group called Home Team that's from Florida. They use that beat. That's where I was influenced from. That's where it came from, right?
Okay.
So it's the Home Team. That was a big record up here in Atlanta for me, you know what I mean? And that record was called Pick It Up. So so I was just paying homage to them, to a sound that I feel like has been missing. I also felt like it was a big skating record. I see a couple of people typing in, but but yeah, Tony Neal, tell him, man, was out here in the South, that Pick It Up record, the Home Team record, that shit was going off. So I was also influenced by the La Raza version, but like I said, the Miami boys, they absolutely, they was rocking that beat way before I could even, make a beat. I think I don't know how long ago when they made it, but that's what I was basically trying to reminisce and give that energy. If you listen to my rhyme scheme, my rhyming flow on the Pick It Up record with Jacquees, I took their whole rhyme flow. That's how they was rapping on the record. I took their whole scheme.
That's fine. Yeah, like I said, for me, man, being a Mexican from California, Kid Frost gave us some love on that. You know what I'm saying? So and then even going further on the oldies, that's really from El Chicano from 1970, Viva Turado. You know what I mean? That's the rooter to the tutor. You know what I mean? So, but super dope, man. That's news to me. So much respect. So, with that being said, man, I think we'll drop the video. A lot of people getting excited to talk to you, want to ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you again for joining us. And shoot, let's hit this, y'all. You guys killed it on this thing right here. So, again, the legendary Jermaine Dupri, 30 years, so deaf. Jermaine Dupri with Jacquees. Pick it up. Yes, sir. Big ups. Again, 30 years. So deaf. Ain't lost a step, bro. Ain't lost a step.
Appreciate it.
Indeed, man. CL, where you at?
Yeah, no doubt. In the building. Shout out to JD always.
CL, what's up?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you been, man?
Just rocking and rolling. You know how it go.
Hell yeah, man. Every time I see you, getting like, skinnier. You know what I mean? This guy changed up his diet. He's like, yo, CL, man, you got to change up your diet, man. Always giving
vegan lifestyle. Vegan lifestyle, vegan lifestyle.
As you should, man. As you should. I first obviously giving you your props, your flowers. And I appreciate you from, even when I was younger, you just always taking time to just say positive stuff, always encourage people. It's one of those things that you don't have to do it, but it's just good people to actually do that. So appreciate that over the years, and that's what's up. I did have a couple of questions. First one was your thoughts on the future of this music thing. I know you've been in it 30 years, 30 plus. You're celebrating So Def's 30th, but I know you've been doing it even before that. How do you think technology is going to affect it? Like, are you pro AI? Do you think that's going to actually be something good, bad? What's your position and stance when it comes to that?
Yeah, I don't fuck with the AI situation. I think that hip hop music in itself, but hip hop mainly is a genre that is always been controlled and moved by the events that you could actually go to, right? Whether it used to be in New York, and going to the tunnel. Like if you miss going to the tunnel and seeing Funk Master Flex on the set, or being there and being in the place, you missed it. It's a time that you missed, and that's the to me, that's the secret sauce of hip hop, of like being able to actually be there. You know what I mean? If you was in the Bronx when, by the way, this was before my time, but I just heard about it. But Cool Herc and Bambaataa, if you was around during that time period, you saw something that nobody else could see. To fake that shit and try to make it come back to life in a time period when it's not here, I don't think that's actually cool. You know what I mean? And I think that, I fortunately had the opportunity to go in the studio and make records with Biggie. To miss making with records with Biggie, you just missed it, right? It's just like, and I feel like that's the problem with hip hop and music in itself in general and moving forward. We have stopped making the younger generation understand how valuable these moments are. I think that's why I was speaking about my 30th anniversary. I wrote a message on my page the other day, like, if y'all niggas get tired of seeing me post, then y'all might as well click off, because I'm celebrating my 30th anniversary, right? And, I was doing that based on Atlanta, the MARTA bus. They did a bus and wrapped the bus with my face on it, and it's a bus that I used to ride when I didn't have no money to even ride the bus, right? So it's like, these are moments that this is some shit that ain't gonna happen to me next year. It might not even happen to nobody else in the city of Atlanta, right? We gotta understand how important these moments are. We gotta start cherishing these moments. You know what I'm saying? I posted a message today from Chingy where he was telling me how much he, was thanking me for letting him perform this song last night on the BET Awards. And it hit me right before I got on this call of how important it was to him. But me personally, I think I was a piece of not understanding how important that record was to him. This was a big record for him and Tyrese. It was a #1 top 100 rap record, and they never performed the song ever. The last night was the first time them two guys had ever performed that song ever, right? And I'm the glue to that. And I was almost like, it never even dawned on me, because I was just going through the motions, and I looked at it like it was another record and just another, like, we gotta get away from that. We have to get away from believing that every moment everybody can have these moments. To me, that's the problem. The problem is that, and now AI, you got niggas trying to copy moments that other people had. So I'm 100% against it in a long-winded way to answer your question.
That was real. Good question. Good answer. Real answer. My other question was sort of simple.
Thank God.
Thank God. For real. My other question was sort of simple, because I see this record came out through Mass Appeal, and I was just trying to figure out the connection with you and Mass Appeal? Was it a part of the DJ series that they were trying to do, or is it something else? What is the connection between this project?
So Mass Appeal did a producer series where the first record they put out was Premier. Premier did 5 records or 6 records, and then Swiss came out with 5 or 6 records, right? And each one of the records is supposed to be crafted to, I guess, the producer. My record is basically crafted to what hip hop and R&B started meeting each other. What that sounded like, what it felt like. And so all of my records, which is it's an EP, all of my records will be in this same vein as this Jacquees record. Records for dancing, records for the dance floor, records for the club, records for the DJs. And it's gonna be all R&B hip hop records, not you know what I mean. So the other producers is doing rap, other producers doing hard. I'm doing the R&B and hip hop records. So it's part of the Mass Appeal Hip Hop 50 series.
Got it. Last quick question, and I'm gonna let everybody else go. Apologize, I gotta ask, but the mixtapes and the compilations you used to do. This sounds like a mini version of it. Is this going to be something that you go back to? Because I feel like, one thing you can't do with JD is put you in a box. The other thing is that I feel like we don't get enough JD. Are you going to go back to putting out mixtapes and putting records out just from your soul, whether it's bass, which you put a lot of people on, whether it's R&B, whether it's hip hop, or a new sound?
I mean, listen, I maybe I will say that because, I was talking about this last night of how like Drake and Sexy Red basically have a bass all-stars record right now, right? And everybody's like, this sounds like this was on the Social Death Bass All-Stars. And, we know how our copycat industry is that we are in. It's gonna be a whole bunch of niggas start to try to make these records. I fought like hell for people to like these Social Death records. Niggas was telling me, JD, y'all country ass niggas down there making them booty shake music and all that shit. And niggas weren't fucking with my boo. Niggas weren't fucking with what's up. Even the Lathan record, when City Girls and Usher just did that over, it's definitely spilled into a space where I was talking to John about it, like, we might as well do it. And I got the Freaknik documentary coming out. So it only just, it's in the air for it to actually happen. The only reason we stopped is, like I said, I felt like people didn't care about that type of hip hop, and people was always trying to downplay it like it wasn't really something special. But little did I know that people always keep trying to make these type of ghost town DJ type of records.
Yeah, I just think it's a lane for you just from, and not just putting it in one space. I just think that, you're so dynamic. I would love a So Def mixtape or whatever you called it, every month. It's that much.
God damn, CL, you try to make me, you know what I mean? You try to work a nigga.
Hey, listen, man. But you know what it is? You got joints.
I will say though, music, period. You know what I mean? I'm not slowing down. I'm actually increasing the music load, the workload. Like, as we on here talking about this me and Jacquees record, I got Money Long single right now, her first single, which is Made for Me. That's, on the Money Long record. So I mean, I'm constantly gonna be putting out records. Usher coming, shit. It's a bag of things that's about to come musically. So you ain't gotta worry about that. But yeah, if like I said, if push come to, if it feel right, I'm all about the reception. I mean, I wanted to get on here because I was talking to Fab. He was in the studio the other day, and I was trying to tell him that, we gotta make radio important again, right? And I don't know all the DJs do their own radio if you're not, but streaming what streaming and I've been trying to figure out it for the longest, right? And I was telling Fab this, and I was like, you know, when I get in the car, I turn on the radio, and he was like, what do you turn on the radio to listen to? They playing commercials and this, that, and third. And today, when I got in the car, I turned on the radio on V103. They had some DJ named Popo. I don't even know who he is, but he was mixing. And at that moment, I realized that's what I turn on the radio for. I turn on the radio to hear niggas blend records that don't supposed to go to each other, just mixes and all of that type of shit, because that's what motivates my mind, right? When I hear a mix of a beat that's going against another beat that's not supposed to be happening, subconsciously I go to the studio and try to make something that feels exactly like that. Now that might be the DJ in me, but that's what we don't have on streams. You can't get that in streaming. You can't get that on Apple. You can't get that on Spotify. You can't feel that energy in none of this streaming shit. So I ask that all of you guys, as he's asking me to make more records, I ask that you guys put as much more emphasis on making sure that, you know, these artists understand how important it is to get on these calls, how important it is to go see the DJs, how important it is to even know y'all niggas' names. You know what I mean? Like, really, really shake y'all hands and know people's names and understand what this means and show them, because I guess a lot of them don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, what you make an acapella for, what you give a nigga an instrumental for is, you know, if you ask some of these young producers, they probably ain't even making instrumentals. They probably don't even know why, right? But these are tools that's very important for you guys as DJs, but it's very important for you to hear, for me, like I said, it's very important for me to get in the car and hear, if I get to New York and I turn on Power 105 and Envy got his mix in the morning or whatever it's called, and you know, wherever it is, like in LA, Power 106, they mix, you know, they do the fucking Cali Caliente mix all week long, right? Or whatever it is, Flex, all of these people, these mix shows and all of this stuff I'm talking about, you can't get this on streaming. And I'm the more that I can hear that, the more it will encourage me to make more records. That's all I can tell you, CL.
Good enough for me, man. A great thing. Raymond, go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah. I think the only tough part with that, Jay, because trust me, I feel your passion in that. A lot of DJs is handcuffed these days. It's not like it used to be. You know what I mean? But that's a whole other conversation.
But even in that, let me say this. We come from an era where we was handcuffed the most. So niggas being handcuffed can't stop us. We was more handcuffed than we ever been in the earlier days, you know? Atlanta only had a rap show that came on Friday nights for 1 hour in this city. So being handcuffed should not scare any of us. We just gotta push. We gotta make sure that people take it back to what it used to be and push a little bit harder and don't, you know, make sure that, cause like I said, this is a part of hip hop and this is a part of music that I feel like people are leaving out of their conversations when they have conversations about this at seminars and all of this. They're not speaking about when you get in the car, how special it is to hear a DJ do a traffic mix and you sitting in traffic and you can hear music. You know, I'm hearing Afro beats over a bass record, right? This is, by the way, these are how Elwood J and the Jam Pony Express and all of these DJ crews that were before me, this is how we conceived their music. We heard slow records played over fast beats, right? And this is how you learn double time as a DJ, right? It's so much education in just being able to listen and pay attention to this space. I just want a little bit more focus on it. That's all I ask.
Hell yeah, I could dig it. Hell yeah. Miss Brittany Cherry, I want to let you get that question in. I know we got a lot of people. So.
All right, JD, what's up? Brittany Cherry, 104.3 Jam, Chicago, Digiwaxx Media. You know, you did an interview with Complex, and you talked about how you had an early interaction with Babyface, And he said, you got to get in the studio coming off the success of Kris Kross, and you got to keep making those hits, keep making those hits. I want to know, do you think we're at the end of classics right now? Are classics being made?
Nah, not as long as I'm here. But yeah, for the most part, yes. Because people don't know, people not making, like, people don't have a thing to make music for, right? And that's why I say radio, because radio used to be a space in your mind where you had to make a record that sounded like it was supposed to be heard on the radio. Now, when I listen to people's music, it sounds like they just making it for them to listen to wherever they at, and they're not making it to have a, like I used to go in A&R meetings at Arista or wherever in So Def, and I asked the young A&Rs, this was my question: what station or what DJ you think gonna play this? And if the person couldn't answer that question, these are the records that never came out. And to me, in this day and time, if you ask a person that question or a kid that question, they're like, radio, fuck radio. We don't need no radio. We will like that's a sheltered mindset. And they don't have an idea of, like, it's like going to a party, a white party, right? When you go to a white party, you can't get in if you ain't got no white on. You can't show up in all black. Like, niggas got to get back to that type of mentality where they understand, like, you got to do something a little bit more to make sure your records is heard, to make sure your records reach a different space. And yeah, as of right now, people don't understand that. They believe that, they get on Spotify, that's it. That don't mean shit, by the way. So
How
I
you
hope I
living,
answered your
Britt?
question.
No, that's it, JD. Oh
right.
gosh. Thank you so much.
Right on, right on. Legend.
What's going on, JD? This is a Legend based out of Columbus, Ohio. I make this short and sweet. First of all, when can we get your vegan ice cream in Columbus? Because it's not out here. We definitely need that.
Well, I unfortunately I ran out of ice cream. I bluffed Walmart. I went and had a meeting with Walmart, and they signed me right on the spot, right? And rather me telling them, guys, we don't have enough ice cream, I just went on and got into the deal. I didn't know that my ice cream was gonna sell as well as it sold, and we started, paying Peter to pay Paul with ice cream. So wherever it would sell out, we was doing 1,000 pints of ice cream here in Atlanta. So we sold 1,000 pints of ice cream a week in Atlanta. In other places where it wasn't selling as fast, they was calling them, getting the ice cream to refill Atlanta. And all in all, I didn't have enough ice cream for all of these stores that they was trying to put us in. And I was bluffing them, and then now we don't have no ice cream, and the ice cream is being made. So soon as it's done being made, you will have the ice cream. It will be everywhere. We're not gonna bluff this time. We're gonna make enough ice cream for everybody to get it.
No, I appreciate it. And real quick, so out of all the artists, even interns you had over the years, I want to know, no pressure, but who do you feel has soaked up the most game and then, like, flourished from there, and is continuously flourishing from which you have taught them and which you have showed them in the music business? And then out of producers, who do you feel is in your ranking when it comes to going in the studio, songwriting and producing? Who do you feel is in that lane with you?
Well, I had ATL Jacob over here the other night after the BET Awards, and we was partying, and he was playing me some records, and I feel like ATL Jacob seems to me like a Jermaine Dupri. He writes, he raps, he making hella crazy beats. I didn't know that he was that dude, but he seemed like he in that space, and he young and he arrogant. He out here popping shit. I think like ATL Jacob is that in that space. And then out of the artists, I think I want to say Xscape. All of the girls in Xscape have actually surprised me. Every one of them, they got their business mindset going. Whether, you know, they can't get together and make shit happen, they all still at least making it all happen separately. Candy, Tiny, Tamika, and Tasha, they all are their own separate entities, and they haven't let, you know, their age or the years stop them. They all been moving ever since. So I feel like they're the ones that have like shown me you know, and Brat, I would say Brat too. Brat being, you know, going and taking the step to get on the radio and get a real show, and then doing TV and real entrepreneurship in that space.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you what you've done for our culture and hip hop and R&B. And hopefully, you know, you got another, you know, 30 years in you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is you now proud Uncle JD with the Brat right there or what?
Huh?
Is you now proud Uncle JD right there with the Brat and their new baby?
Oh yeah, 100%, Uncle JD.
Miss
Hold on one second.
Yep. That shit was wild about the. I wasn't hip to that record in Florida he was talking about. Like I said, I immediately took it to the Kid Frost.
Sorry about that.
Record. No, all good. Family first, handle it. Miss Jeannie Sweets.
Yes, GD Sweetness here, representing for the Caribbean. Big up yourself, JD.
What's up?
So I heard everything you said about, you know, your sound, and naturally I've been so deaf right along with you from the beginning all the way till now. But and I know that you've created your own sound and stuff, but we can get just a little piece of you over here in the Caribbean, just like a producer collaboration or artist. I mean, I know your sound already, but we can't just get just one little piece.
I mean, if somebody want me to, I tried it with Supercat. I tried it with, I done dabbled in there, but I never. If people show interest, I'm down to do it. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
With a producer, not one of the artists, but with one of the major producer, them, not the artist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either way, I'm into collaborating, and if it's something that makes sense, I'm down.
So you have a manager that we need to reach out to?
Yeah. I think Brandon's on here. You can reach out to Brandon from Master Pill or CL. CL, just get your information to CL and let's figure it out.
Thank you, and big up on your 30 years.
Thank you.
Mr. Jobs.
Yeah, what's up, man? I appreciate the opportunity. Yo, bruh, with the Freaknik documentary, some of us old niggas actually went, maybe a couple of times. Is there a concern for some of the blowback of the participants in the documentary?
Yes and maybe no. I'm not even gonna keep it. I ain't gonna try to front and make it seem like, it is Freaknik. I don't know, I don't criminalize anyone on the documentary. I will say that though. So nobody, it is a girl on the documentary that had an incident at Freaknik, and we interviewed her so that we could know the truth of this, because there's people that talk about this and people are concerned. But the moral of the story of Freaknik is not to downplay Atlanta and make it look like this was some zoo type situation that was going on. You know what I mean? So I'm not painting a picture that you should worry about. Was niggas grabbing titties and doing what they got to do? Of course they was, and it just was. And everybody on here grown. We know what was happening at Freaknik, but I don't glorify that. That's all I'm saying. We're not glorifying that. That's not what this is about. It's about the beauty of Black people being able to come together in a city that allowed it to happen, which is in Atlanta, as the backdrop, the music that went along with it, the people that came from out of town that didn't leave, the number of things that were beautiful about this. do, like I said, we do go into the dark side of Freaknik and how it got bad, and you know how what started to make Freaknik end and all of that. But we don't dwell in that space enough for people to be worried.
Okay, one more thing real quick. I was talking to Glasses Malone the other night, and we were talking about the biggest influence from the South. Be it what would you say? So Def, Rap a Lot, or the Dungeon Family?
Based on what So Def is connected to, you know, So Def is connected to Freaknik like this. Based on Jermaine Dupri being the only rapper from Atlanta to have a song called Welcome to Atlanta with Kris. I just feel like my connection to the city probably is you know, probably the most because of the things that are connected to it. It ain't just music with what I'm doing. And a lot of times it's like, I don't even be knowing that. Like when people talk about the billboard and they said they used to come to Atlanta and they saw the billboard, they knew they was in Atlanta and how much that meant to them. I never knew these things, and I'm starting to find them out as I get older and the 30 goes further. I feel like that impact, especially, you know, I think Organized Noise, they don't have that city tie-in with them. They have Outkast and they have Goody Mob and they have music, but the city still, without me, like I said, without me even being involved, what Freaknik did to this city and how it built the city, the soundtrack to Freaknik is So Def.
Appreciate you, bro. I want to thank you
sure.
for years of greatness.
All right. Thank you.
That's what I say. I say, talk your shit. That's right. Own it. What time, Swerve, you there?
Yeah. Yo, JD, was good. Was good.
All right. What's happening?
Yo, first and foremost, the NPC gang, you know what I'm saying, saluted you. Is a group that I'm a part of, and you know, soon as they seen you with the NPC and the Supreme on a BET show, they was like, "Oh, look, he's performing live with the NPC, everything." And I definitely have all the devices too, so salute to you on that. And you know, what I'm saying, that engaging within the technology and stuff like that. What I wanted to ask you real quick was, we was talking about it earlier about the percentage that's down as far as rap and hip hop, and I wanted your take, you know what I'm saying, since you've been in this a long time and also an executive in the business, as far as the down slope of it, and what can, you know, guys like you and others do to shift that back up and put it back where it needs to be.
It's like I was saying, you know, the importance of music people have lost what is important to do, right? I feel like even like with people like not with all of this hoopla about Drake album, right? I feel like Drake, what he didn't realize that he did, if people, for those that don't like his album, is he didn't hit the benchmarks that people wanted him to hit, right? And I feel like we live in a society now musically where nobody forces anybody hit these benchmarks, right? So I feel like you guys as the DJs, you know, like, because I came up in an era where Red Alert told me that to my face that he couldn't play Silk Times Leather. Chuck Chill Out told me to my face, yo, this ain't gonna go in New York, my nigga. Like, you know, you my homeboy, but we ain't playing this shit. I feel like we gotta get back to that space, man, because it's a harsh reality, but it's a reality that sets you off into the right direction. You know, we allowing niggas to just continue to keep making a cave of shit that don't nobody want to hear, right? And the DJs, you guys, y'all don't fuck with the records. Y'all really, you know, you play them, but at the end of the day, you really don't like the records, but you play them. I think the DJs, not just y'all, I just think that we got to get back into a space where A&Rs tell niggas like, dog, this ain't going on the radio. And then you have an argument about why it won't get on the radio. And you have an argument about why the DJing I don't know, Albuquerque won't play this, or the DJ in LA, or whatever it's at. You have to have these arguments, and these artists are not going through. They're not going through school. Hip hop in itself has always been school for me. It's always been a learning experience of culture, things I see, learning how to dress, learning how to whatever it is. It's always been school, and I feel like the school. These niggas been out of school too long. We've been on summer break too long. It's time to get some education back into this. And that's why I was saying what I was saying about the DJ aspect. The mix show should not just be a playlist of niggas playing music that the radio station already plays every day. Like, that's not a mix show. Mix show should be records that you haven't heard, and DJs making blends of records. Yeah, if you're gonna play a record that they play all day, let me blend that shit a different way. Let me make a mix. Let me do something. Let the DJs be DJs. And we gotta get people to start speaking on that. And I'm here to try to help as much as I could possibly do.
Salute to you, King. Definitely, can't wait to hear. Hopefully got a new project coming out, full project soon. We definitely gonna play it over here at Digiwaxx, and what I'm saying, definitely spread the love to all the DJs. I know you're a DJ too, producer. You also a DJ too. I've seen you get busy, so definitely, man. Salute.
All right.
Miss Queen B.
Hi, this is Queen. I go by DJ Queen B. I'm out of Hartford, Connecticut. Salute to you, JD. Appreciate all the work you've done. I'm listening in, and I do appreciate the fact that you talked about the radio. And I know now from what I see online that we have a lot of DJs that do their online radio, myself as well. So I think that will help bridge the gap as far as mashups, So I think we'll be able to have more creativity through online radio for mashups, maybe not through terrestrial radio, but as far as being more creative and more controlled. And it could be digitally tracked as well, so the artist will get their credit. So that's something I just wanted to chime in on that. And Pressure, you produce Pressure, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And sometimes I did a remix on that for that as well. And sometimes you get a little nervous as a DJ, like, is it okay to do a remix for it? So I'm glad that you are encouraging DJs to create their own spin for mashups and remixes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. That's what y'all job is. Your job is to make music sound different. That's what mixing, the word mixing is. It's mixing the records and doing something completely opposite of what was heard, and to make people get in their car, whatever they listening to be like, oh shit, oh okay, you know what I mean? So of course that's what I expect. So I don't know, and like I said, I pray that we can instill this into other people and they start wanting that same operation.
So thank you. I was going to ask you about Silk time, and I understand that they were a female rap group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Silk times Leather, right? So I just wanted to know, as far as you positioning the female rap now, compared to how you positioned them to get a deal, do you think it was a difference from before than now as far as females in hip hop?
Yeah, 100%. It was about I mean, Silk Times Leather's records weren't about anything about ass shaking and open my pussy and all that other stuff. It wasn't, I wasn't in that space, and I was writing these songs, so I can't. Some people might say unfortunately, but unfortunately, I wasn't in that space when I was writing the records. I was trying to make female rappers be rappers, because at the time when I did Silk Times Leather album, rap felt like something that men controlled. As far as if a man liked it, if a man didn't like rap, I didn't believe that it was gonna sell. And I had this same problem when I did Brat Project. The Funkdafied Project was probably the longest record that it took me to feel like I got it right. I felt like I messed up so many songs trying to get to Funkdafied, because I couldn't figure out what to do to make Brat cool to my homeboys, right? And I feel like that's what female rap is missing now. They missing a cool element, right? Yeah, every man like some pussy. Excuse my French, all the ladies that's on the thing. Yeah, we do. But we love cool girls. We like a girl that's cool. That's why when I wrote the Xscape songs, if you listen to the lyrics, it say every man wants a woman that can cook him up a good meal, a woman he can treat like his homie, take her out on the Ave and just chill. These are my words on how I feel like men want. We want a girl that can cook, but we also want a girl that can go hang out and kick it and be cool. We don't want no girl that just all she think about is sex, because once we get on that page, then women call us dogs and telling us we thirsty. Oh, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I can't. I feel like it gotta be a balance. I feel like the women gotta learn that, yeah, niggas love naked women and all of this, and we love a big old ass. I'm from Atlanta, so of course that's what's happening. But at the same time, the girl with the big ass, and if she cool, the cool girl with the big ass is the one that's gonna get the phone call, right? The cool girl with the big ass gonna be the one that get to go to the movies and all of this, and it's just like she cool as fuck. She smoke hookah, she might smoke weed, she does whatever it is, she's just a cool girl. I feel like men gravitate more to that. And, with all these women selling sex, I'm only speaking about that because I feel like ultimately if you're selling sex, you have to only be talking to us. Yes, women out there that, girl on girl, I get this, but for the most part, the consumer would be a man, right? And I feel like women gotta tap into what it is that men like, as opposed to just overly giving us sex. That's the difference to me. I was trying to tap into a side of what I felt like men wanted from women, to answer your question.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's a great answer.
Feedback.
That is a great answer for sure. Thank you, Queen. Court Digger, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, guys.
You gotta put your camera on though. You can't ask the question in the dark.
Oh man, my bad. What's going on?
There we go.
Y'all? How y'all doing, man? What's going on? I just got one quick question, real quick. Jermaine, can you tell everybody about your new signee, young lady by the name of Annalise out of New York, man?
Well, I mean, if people know about her, I feel like she's I feel like I found a jewel, like a hidden jewel. She's a female singer that sings like she raps. She's from the Bronx. She moves in the hip hop. She moves like a rapper. She moves around the Bronx like the rapper. She does freestyles while rappers be doing freestyle. It's just a different type of vibe. I haven't completely figured it out. That's why I'm not talking about it much, but it is definitely on the priority list of me trying to get it and understanding it enough where I can start, making sure that everybody else understands it. But she definitely is a special artist.
Yeah, she's fire, man. Like for good, even during the pandemics, man, she's been turning it up. She's very self-contained, man. Like,
and by the way, I met her, not to cut you off, I met her here in Atlanta, and I saw her in New York before I even decided to work with her. And then I start hearing more and more people just speak on her. And I feel like, we in a space where if people start speaking on an artist, it ain't a lot of that going on no more. Where people speak on an artist, like you just said, people speak on an artist, that means that they could be crafted into something bigger than what they actually believe they are. And and that's where I come into the, that's where I come into the play. Cause she's been moving around by herself, doing what she got to do. She a hustler. I feel like I can help her a lot. So I'm just trying to make sure and get it right.
Yeah, that's dope. I just wanted to say that because me and her bumped into the photo shoot with Mel, at a Staple Pigeon photo shoot, and I've been running with her ever since. I took her to Music Choice, did little stuff for her, but like just to see that YouTube made that connection, like everything that you've done for all the years, man, throughout the years. But this young lady that you rocking with, like, I just want to tell everybody on this call, like this young lady right here, y'all, is that next. And when I say that next, I mean next on all formats, genres, hustle, personality, her go, her know-how, her ambition, all of that. So I just wanted to, say that, and just also salute you. We left eye days, the whole 9 yards, but that right there that you grab right there, bro, that's your so deaf. That's your so deaf for another 30 years, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Cord, I hope you ain't taking the shit. You look like you in the bathroom, bro.
Yeah, I'm smoking. So, as a dad, y'all know me. I'll smoke in the bathroom. So this is like the super office space. This is what me and wife.
All right.
And we,
Much
pause.
love. Spock, chime in from the studio. Your fella, it's Alien.
Oh, yeah. What's up, JD?
What's happening?
How you been doing, brother?
I'm good.
So yesterday, I hit CL up. The Digiwaxx sent out, I don't know what it was, man. It was a female artist, and it was just crazy to me. The picture had her legs open, blah, blah, blah.
We got a time constraint, Spock.
So I sent it to CL. He hit me back, and we're just talking about what's going on now. One thing I don't think people really see is you and the relationships you have with your daughters. I was just talking to Greg about it yesterday and stuff like that, about how powerful that is, particularly what's going on in music in our community and stuff like that. So I just want to say the record is a smash. I just got finished talking about the record. I love the record. Definitely hope you send some stems out. But, all the awards and stuff, I missed the thing with the Martyr, but everything that's going on, one thing I don't think people really realize is you being the father that you are. Now that I have a daughter, that's like the most powerful thing that I see that you're really doing. But I just want to throw that out there.
Appreciate it. It's tough in this city girl world, but it's tough. We gonna make it through.
We talk about that all the time, man. How's your time, Jay? You got to get off. I was told we got to cut at 7.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
You good? Okay, well,
yeah,
100, man. Appreciate it. Jesse, chime in.
JD, what up, man? This is Jesse tapping in from Cincinnati, Ohio, by way of Columbus, Ohio.
That's right.
I got a quick question for you because for your career, I watched it my whole life. You've always stood on the staple of developing artists. You developed artists that have, you brought them from the ground up, or even Mariah Carey came to you when her career was kind of wavering. You, boom, Mimi, brought her right back. How important is artist development to you? And also in this game now, it's not too much of it going on. Could you speak on like how important artist development is, and should labels really be investing in that again now at this point?
Yeah, I mean, artist development, I have the biggest problem with the music business being the only business where niggas think they know they got the information. Like you don't go to school for this. You ain't took no classes, but you want to get in a room and tell me or tell anybody. Not by the way, I'm not saying I know everything, but I feel like artist development, what artist development does is artist development is the guy in the booth, right? So if the coach on the floor, on the ground, you got these guys that's in these boxes in the booth, they telling the coach, even like Deion Sanders out there doing what he's doing, his coaching squad is responsible for these wins. LeBron, of course Deion is doing what Deion does, but he also got some guys up there at the top that's telling him like, yo, and these are people that see, they see it from a different level. And that's what my artist development was and has always been, is that I see it from a space that the artists don't actually see it from. And you have to have that. I feel like that's what's going on. Like, people scared to tell artists that they shit whack. People scared to tell a nigga like, dog, you got on the wrong sneakers. Like, I come from a place where nobody held their tongue with me because I'm from Atlanta, and they felt like it was cool to tell me we country. It was cool to tell me that we ain't know what the fuck we was doing. It was cool to tell me that hip hop will never live in Atlanta. At whatever point in time that I was getting this type of information fed to me, it's always came back to me where I feel like, you know what, it's not open season to tell people that they wrong, but you can't never be scared to do it. So definitely artist development needs to come back into space.
Yes, sir. All right, all right. Big Red out of Dallas.
Hey, how you doing, JD? This is DJ Big Red out of Dallas, Texas. How you doing, my brother?
What's up with?
Hey, man, I just want to say happy 30th anniversary with So Def. I saw the performance. It was amazing how you brought everybody out. And like I said, hey, like everybody else, wishing you another 30, man. Quick, as far as hip-hop going, hip-hop 50th, Houdini, the Fresh Tour. You was 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how was that meeting with Houdini? You know what I mean? And as far as them being a part of, one of a couple of artists that's helped pioneer hip hop back in the day.
Well, initially it wasn't to meet with Houdini. They just happened to be the guys that gravitated to me, and I gravitated to them. And they was like more big brothers, like looking out for me. So they was the guys that I ended up hanging around the most. But being on the tour, I basically ran into Run DMC, Curtis Blow, and all of these guys at one time. Houdini, like I said, they just became the guys that I picked it with the most. And it was amazing, it was amazing, but it was also like I was saying at the beginning of this conversation, it was a time when I wasn't paying attention to how important this space was. I didn't realize what I was watching and what I was looking at was gonna be some of the most historical shit to ever be that I could ever see. I never realized that at the moment. So I hate that I didn't realize it. And that go back to like that AI Thomas thing, like, to AI me back into the Fresh Fest would be whack to me because you're not going, the essence of what was happening, you'll never be able to duplicate that. So yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy time.
That's awesome, man. Like I said, as far as like that went, man, to see the Fat Boys and Houdini and Run DMC, all of that was some amazing footage of me going back and see with you, with all them having a good time, man. And one quick question, and then I'm gonna get off. When you coming to Dallas, man? We need you in Dallas, man. When you come?
Oh man, shit. When we get rid of Dak.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Cowboys for like DC for hell, baby. Hey, we gotta do something. We gotta fix it. Leave me alone.
We gotta do something fast. We gotta do something fast. By the way, I'm a Cowboy fan, so I ain't saying that as no bullshit. Like, I'm a real Cowboy fan. I was born in '72. If you from that era, I was trying to tell one of my little young homeboys, like, how you a Cowboy fan and you from Atlanta? At the time when I was growing up, the only teams that they showed on national TV
was the Cowboys. It
used to be like Monday Night Football. They would only show niggas who was big teams like the Cowboys, the San Francisco 49ers, or the Steelers. They would never show you no team. The Falcons getting on Monday Night Football back when I was younger is unheard of, right? This wasn't happening. So I became a Cowboys fan, and as a Cowboy fan, I mean, I'm a Falcon fan too, but as a Cowboy fan, Dak got to do something. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that arm and that vision. Definitely got to do that. And if any artists really want to work with you, what do we need to do to get them to get in contact with you?
Oh man, they got to get in line right now.
Talk it, yeah.
Got you, baby.
Word.
Appreciate you taking my call, baby. Thank you for being here.
All right,
Bionic, make it quick.
And I got like 1,500 questions. So first off,
you got to put your camera on. You got to put your camera on.
Man, I'm washing dishes, bro.
Wash your dishes then.
So first and foremost, man, I know you talk about being a soundtrack of Freaknik. You were like my college soundtrack with the So Def Bass All Stars joints. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, those joints were lit at every party. I stay in North Carolina. It also helps that everybody was kind of, pushing you, rallying behind you because you're from Asheville. You're the biggest ATL advocate. But everybody's like, nah, you know Jermaine Dupri from Asheville, right? But my question for you really is you got a lot of no's. You got a lot of people telling you what you couldn't do, what wouldn't work. But you also talk about, listening and how to take instruction from people. What is the fine line to where those two meet, to where you know when to listen and you know when to, say, nah, fuck that, y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
I mean, you gotta have some kind of rules within yourself, right? So last night, I was watching Ludacris on the stage, and I was watching how the crowd was like into Ludacris, and I was thinking about Ludacris is the only artist that I didn't sign me personally went and got and told him I wanted to work with him, right? He was throwing his demo over my gate, and he had an afro, and he was like, I should be the symbol. And we had this whole thing where Ludacris was gonna be the so-so deaf man, right? And one morning I went to work, and I went to my office, and I was looking around at all these people that I had working, Lil Jon, Scooter, these people that was working in my office. And I'm like, I come in here and I basically tell them, hey, this is the record we doing. I'm signing the brat. I'm doing this, and this is what we gonna do. And I started thinking that maybe that's not how you're supposed to do it sometimes. Jermaine, you doing this your way. The record company way is that you got to let these people work. So I called the A&R meeting, and I asked everybody in the A&R meeting if I should sign Ludacris. And everybody in my office, including Lil Jon, everybody said no, right? And at that moment, once Ludacris came out and he went to Def Jam, I realized, I said, you know what? You got to have these, you gotta know when to choose and when not to listen and when to listen. And that was one of the moments where I shouldn't have listened to none of the motherfuckers that was working at my office. But I did. I was trying to let them do what they gotta do and make them feel like they was more part of what I was doing. And they steered me in the wrong direction. So I feel like that you just have to create this inside yourself. I know when to listen, and I know when I hear something coming from somebody that I probably shouldn't be listening to. You gotta learn from your mistakes, though.
This is very true. Very true.
Right on. Rec, you there?
Yes, sir. Jermaine Dupri, salute to you, my brother. That I've been in radio for like 26, 27 years. And you really changed the culture. And I don't think you get enough props for what you have done. And it's an honor for me to be on the phone with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
For everything. There's times where I would just pick up a So-So Def record and just play it in the club just because it was So-So Def and I knew it was going to be a rocking record. Not too many people can do that. Also, thank you for not only putting new people on, but also you gave a lot of opportunity and resurrected a lot of past careers that were basically over with until you touched their life and records again. So salute to you. I'm just calling it like it is. 100. My two things I want to say. Number one, you spoke on the radio thing and breaking new records. It will take a person like you to talk to the higher ups, because a lot of times hearing this from the DJs talking up to supervisors, the jocks and everybody work under these supervisors, so they don't really take it serious. It would take someone from the outside, because they're the ones that dictate a lot of times which records are going to be played on a radio station. So I'm challenging you and others to step to those top programmers or VPs to handle that, because that's the only way. That's the only way it's going to happen. And we get back to that. And my other thing is, I've never been able to find this record anywhere. Kris Kross and Snoop Dogg had a song called like 3-2-1.
Yeah, it never came out.
It was on a cassette tape. I remember.
You got called Greg Street. He got it.
Okay. Thank you. Salute.
All right.
Quantum, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
You gotta put your camera on.
Are y'all serious?
Yeah, we gotta put your camera on.
Man, I don't even know what's going on.
There we go.
He's the JD, man. Slight pivot though, man. Have you ever heard the June 27th freestyle here in Houston? It was a screw freestyle. It's a very popular.
Yeah, you never heard me talk about. Never seen a video of me making the beat and trying to be like, I can't believe that I made the beat that is probably one of the most famous Houston freestyle beats in screw history.
So that's what I wanted to confirm, because a lot of people were still like, they heard it was Jermaine Dupri, but it was like they didn't know. So you did do that. That was from you then. Yeah,
it's a Kris Kross beat. It's a Kris Kross song called "Niggas in the Streets Ain't Right." Screw got the instrumental and he slowed it down, and it became what it is now today, called June 27th.
Okay, that's all I want. I just wanted to confirm that, man.
For sure.
Fire. Miss Shot of Tequila Podcast, thank you for your patience. Are you there? Are you there? Oh, she gonna lose it.
Is that for me?
Yeah, that's for you. No. We had
Sorry about that, JD. Hi, what's up? This is DJ Grace from DC. Okay, so basically, I just want to shout you out real quick, and I like the fact that you talked about what a real DJ is, because basically, I feel like I am still in school learning this whole thing when I'm traveling. When I'm listening to artists state to state and their different type of style they have. And so that, first of all, that was the motivation. My quick question is, what would you recommend to like DJs like us when you do go in to those venues, or if you're just going in somewhere and you never heard of that independent artist is trying to make it? What is the most important thing that you'd look for or you listen when you're in that moment?
When I'm looking, wait, say the question again. What is the actual question?
Okay, so you're just walking in somewhere and then you heard a music and you don't know who it is. What are like the main thing that you basically look for when you're listening to artists? I
look for someone to tell me something if I ask the question immediately. Like, if I hear a record that sounds like something I should be listening to, then I'm looking for confirmation that what I'm feeling is not just something I'm feeling. For example, we was just talking about this new artist that I have named Annalise, and he just told y'all, everyone on the call, that she was the one. She's gonna be the one, right? That confirmation of him saying that just confirmed even more to me. I'm already fucking with her, but he just gave me even more fuel to my fire to be like, you know what I feel is not just what I feel. It's other people that see this. And to me, that's always been my way of picking artists. If I see something and I see that you see it and that person sees it and that person sees it, I'm automatically ready to work with them, because I feel like I can't lose, because I've seen 4 to 5 people already that have confirmed what I feel. It's just time for me to act on it. So that's what I'm usually looking for, that confirmation from somebody else to tell me something about that artist or that group or whatever it is.
Okay, that's pretty dope. Thank you for that. And that actually motivates me, because I was basically kind of like the DJ that play the songs that no one ever hear, because I just want to see people's reaction. So in the beginning, around COVID-19, I was like, we don't want to hear that, we don't want to hear, but I just kept going. and so you kind of like, motivated me even more to stay in that track. Thank you so much. And I love and I rock with your song, Never Enough. So yes, I think that's dope. Thank you so much.
All right.
How you holding up, Jay? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, word. Head Rush chime in from Naptown.
What's up, JD? How you doing, my brother?
That's not you.
Yeah, it's really me.
Yeah, okay, got you.
No, for real though, salute to you for everything you've done in the game of hip hop, man. And just give you your roses while you can smell them, man. You definitely a pioneer and an inspiration to a lot of us, all of us. Just as far as just being a DJ as well, because a lot of folks, forget the fact that you're a DJ before you were a producer. And that's how you got your chops up, you know what I'm saying, to get the production game. So when you got into the music game with Silk Times Leather, do you feel like Xscape was your second chance, God was giving you your second chance of accomplishing what you didn't accomplish with them first?
Nah, Kris Kross was my second chance.
Think Kris Kross was the second chance? Well, I was thinking because Silk Times Leather was a female group.
Yeah, nah. Silk Times Leather was me practicing. That was God showing me and letting me know that you can't play in this game without practice. You can't paint without messing up a canvas first. You can't. There's no other games in the world that we live in or we work in where you just jump into shit and it goes, right? You have to have some kind of bumps and bruises or something. And Silk Times Leather, unfortunately, they was my bumps and bruises. They was the ones that, and still with Silk Times Leather being a bump and bruise to me, Silk Times Leather was the first rap group to get signed in Atlanta to a major label. And people don't even talk about that. They still was the first rap group to basically open the door in Atlanta for rappers to get signed to majors. They got signed to Warner Brothers. So as I call it a bump, it still was a stepping stone for this entire city.
That's what's up. Because you definitely put on for the entire city, and you definitely paved the way for artists that come up behind you. So I wish some of them would take the same pattern that you took and actually dig deep into that brain of theirs and come out with better ideas and do their thing. Last question. Do you still keep a floppy disk of all the tracks that you made?
100%. Well, not now, but I mean, they all back. I mean, I don't know. I posted a video like about a week ago where I posted showing, so in rehearsals for the BET Awards, I was gonna take my 3000 and be on the stage with my 3000, and I was gonna replay the actual jump disc that I had, the original, and actually play it. So what I did was I didn't want to take my 3000 because I ain't have a case for my 3000, and I didn't want somebody to just drop my drum, do something with my drum machine, and I'd be mad. So I asked them could they rent a 3000, and nobody had a 3000 for me to rent. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna just load all the sounds into my to my live, and I just play it from my live. So I got all of this. I still got all of this, all the songs, in nice cases and all of that.
That's what's up. That's what's up, King, man. Hey, do me a favor. Put that 3000 in a glass case and don't even take it out the house. Ain't nobody got one for you. You probably got the last working MPC 3000.
I got three of them, by the way. I got three of them.
Wait, you got three?
3,000. Yeah, I got three of them. Yeah.
Sign. Put your signature on two of them. Put them all up.
That's right.
For real. Salute, man. Blessings to you.
I appreciate it.
It's been a blessing to talk to you. Peace.
For sure.
All right, Miss Tequila, did you get your mic working?
Yes, I am here.
Okay,
hey, y'all. So I'm Tequila Josephine coming from Atlanta. First off, JD, I'm a 92 baby, so everything big up to your 30 years because I just made 31. But to get into it, I read a statistic last year. It said rap was down 40%. Do you think that is due to drill? Do you think that is due to female rappers? Do you think that's due to AI or just not having lyrical hip hop?
It's due to, like I said, it's due to people making music that has no place to go. It's due to, because see, what artists don't understand, and this is why artists need artist development, and this is why artists need quarterbacks, and this is why artists need managers, and that's why they need to listen to them. What artists don't understand is that a person that's a fan that grew up listening to music, their taste buds never change, right? If you like Michael Jackson in the 80s, you continue to like Michael Jackson till he died. You always, and the taste buds for Michael Jackson were what the taste buds were when you heard Off the Wall and Billie Jean. Now, the music that he made down the road probably didn't hit those taste buds, so you always was hoping for him to come back to that space. To me, that's where hip hop is. Hip hop is in a space where all of these young kids, they go to these R&B nights and they listen to Tevin Campbell and they sing in these songs and they don't even understand that they taste buds are in. If you can sing Tevin Campbell at the top of your lungs and you singing Usher, these records, and you singing Keisha Cole, Love, and all of these songs that they playing at these these R&B parties at the top of your lungs, these are not throwaway taste buds. This is what your soul really, really desires, right? But then you consume music that don't hit none of them taste buds, right? And the artists, these young artists, are not paying attention to that. They're not paying attention to the fans' taste buds. The fans don't give a fuck about you spinning the block and killing nobody. That's not a taste bud. It don't have nothing to do with nothing, right? It's just like, this is where you are, but you're not making music for the fans. So of course it's gonna be down because these people not buying that. They're not buying into that. That's not what they want to hear. That's not what they in their car doing. And so it has a lot to do with a lot of things. It had a lot to do with not just drill music. It got a lot to do with the new trap music. It got a lot to do with the female rap. It's like, you have to make music that hit the consumers. That's all it is. And you got to think about the consumers. And that's what I was saying prior to this, earlier in this conversation, is that we as DJs, I'm not as a DJ as y'all, but I'm saying as a DJ or a person that's like an A&R, whatever, it's time to start telling these artists, that really ain't gonna go in my club. You know what I mean? Or that ain't really gonna pop off. If you put that song out, that ain't gonna pop off. But that one right there, that one gonna go, right? It need a lot more of that happening so that these artists realize that it's a space and a time for all of this different music. You can't just keep pumping down people's throats. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna spin the block. Then one song is cool, but NWA ain't killed as many niggas as these niggas killing out here.
And lastly, earlier you mentioned bringing back radio from back how it was in the old days and DJs. But what about podcasts? Because now we're over 3 million podcasts. Do you feel like podcasters should start trying to get into music reviews and trying to incorporate some of that authenticity?
I think podcasters should
turn their mics off.
I think podcasters should try to be as creative as possible. Don't do the same things that every podcast does. The one thing I hate about podcasters is that podcasters are doing the exact same thing. Every nigga that got a podcast think they could just call anybody and get an interview. You have to bump your podcast up. Your podcast needs to have some numbers. Your podcast need to be popping in order for you to get this certain artist on your podcast. You just because you got a podcast, you feel like that's an easy way for people to do interviews. It is, but you still ain't living up to the level of the artist that you have sitting down with you. You know, like I said, the value in music is down completely. It's a 40% sales, but the value of how people treat the music business is down completely. We got to get that back up. We got to get people back into a space of understanding how valuable certain things are. When you get on, even like this call, right? I'm on here talking to y'all. This is valuable to me, right? I get to see all y'all DJs face. Like he telling y'all to turn y'all face on, yeah, so I can see y'all. Cause if I hear y'all ain't playing my record, I know exactly what you look like. It's a value.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
Big Cuddy, we'll take a couple more and then we'll let you go, Jay. Thank you again, man, hanging out with us today.
Your JD was good, my boy. This Cuddy Rex from Jersey. Look, I don't even want to ask you nothing, bro. I just want to say thank you, my nigga. Thank you for everything you've done, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? My first cassette ever in life was Kris Kross, my nigga. And I only know that because my mom would show me the tapes of me dancing at birthday parties. I still had it at like 4 or 5 years old. So I remember, I'm like, damn, I had that shit for a minute. So and that came from you, bro. Like, shout out to Kris Kross and all of them, but that really came from your influence. And I'm here, all of that, because I loved hip hop from that. You know what I'm saying? From that moment, I knew, like, yo, this is what I want to do. I want to figure out, you know, when other things came later, you know what I'm saying? But Kris Kross was my foundation. I'm from Jersey. I'm from up top, but that was the first cassette I got. I don't know why. Maybe they thought, yo, he might like it. My mom was just like, yo, you heard that shit, you'll be crying and start dancing. You feel me? So thank you for that. Thank you for what you've done, my nigga. Thank you. Just salute. You feel me? That's all I want. I ain't even gonna hold you up, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right.
Word up.
Black, you there?
Hold on 1 second. I gotta get the door. Hold on.
All right, for sure. Yeah, we gotta let him go. We'll probably take a few more, man. Black and probably old school, and then we gotta let Jay go. But big ups to everybody, man. Thank you everybody for being patient. Thanks everybody for chiming in. Big game from JD. Wow, man. So very cool with everything that's going down with him, especially this 30 years right now, man, for him to share a lot of this stuff right now. So thank you again, everybody.
Ask him about what I was telling you in the message too.
Nah, it's probably long drawn. We'll have to probably get back him on the next time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Black ask his question.
All right, I'm back.
The record is smashed.
What up, King?
Yo.
What up? I just wanted to say much more success to you, bro. I'm a Stone Mountain, Dublin, Georgia boy. So yeah, I was at all the Freakniks, and I was one of Left Eye first artists. TL the Idol was my manager. So yeah, man, I know what you done did for the city. It ain't no question. You know who that guy is. T.I. my guy, but when it's really the king of the city, that's you. So I wish you way much more success, man, and keep holding it down.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Old school, you there?
What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
What up, JD? Giving you all the props in the world, man. When I was DJing about 10 years when I first heard you. I was like 30 years old, and you was like a child prodigy. You was like, what, 16 or something? When Kris Kross came out, you was producing kids, and you was still a kid. And that was so impressive. I was like, look at these beats. The beats are so hard. And so, you know, people was telling me I was too old to DJ back then. Now, 30 years later, I'm still pumping all your kind of little beats, you know, and you go back to the old school, you know, you go back to a lot of your samples and stuff was from stuff that people like, I'll tell them, oh, no, that's the beat on it. And he enhanced it and he put more to it. But that song is from here and here and here. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. But my main question is, since you was a child prodigy, don't you have any child prodigies now that you're looking out for that can, you know, be the next Kris Kross or the next JD or, you know?
Yeah. So you know, it's an artist by the name of Young Dylan who's on what is he on? Nickelodeon. I did let me change my camera. I did his records, and that's like a new child prodigy for Jermaine Dupri. He got a new record coming out. I got a new single that I just did with him. And, you know, I think Spock was talking about me being a father. That's one of the spaces that I pay attention to. I feel like, and I've always felt like this since day one, that we as human beings, we don't give a fuck about kids that are 12 to 16 years old. That 12 to 15 space, nobody human cares about any child in that space, right? And when I did Kris Kross, I did Bow Wow, when I did the rap game, I'm always trying to cater to that space, because if you 12 to 15, all you're in a space of all you hear about is alcohol, smoking, driving. You hear about all this shit that you can't do. It's nothing in that space that caters to a 12-year-old to 15-year-old. So
yeah, they're very impressionable at that age. So they follow a lot of things that could take them in the wrong direction. So you got to steer them in the right path.
So in this new era of, Sexy Red and Ski Eat and all that, I'm trying to, hopefully I can fill this space with Young Dylan. He already has a TV show on Nickelodeon, kids know him, but it's it's gonna be difficult, but it's also long as I pay attention to where I'm trying to go. These records probably ain't for none of y'all that's on this call, but they definitely are for kids who, if you got kids that are 12 to 15, they will be for them. And I feel like as parents and as adults, we shouldn't get in the car with a 12-year-old or 11-year-old, 9-year-old and turn Sexy Red up as loud as we can go. But a kid shouldn't know what Pound Town is in no kind of way.
Man, preach.
Say it loud.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Get back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bow Wow, yeah.
Yep. Shout out to all of them, you know what I mean? CL, how you living? See you there?
100%, on daddy duty, I'm doing all types of stuff.
Indeed, huh? Speaking of, huh?
Yeah, you already know, man. No, I mean, look, before we let you go, JD, again, man, it is about giving you your flowers. It is about knowing, like, what you've done for Atlanta. Beyond that, one of the stories that I always tell people, like, they don't know that you, and I think it was Babyface and a few other people at the time got together and approached the mayor about making Atlanta a more, music-based city, a more entertaining. That's a huge step in terms of unifying, in terms of stepping to the politicians the right way to get their support, to open the city up to the culture, to music. Those things don't happen. New York, it does not happen. Chicago, LA, it doesn't happen. And as a result, I was down there for Revolt, and you could feel the energy coming out of Atlanta. I was like, damn, next week they got Radio 1 conference. Then you got A3C. Then you got after the A3C, I think it was the One Music, BET Awards and One Music Festival. It doesn't stop. And all of that is as a result of the thing that you guys, did in the city that now makes it probably America's most musical city.
Yeah. And we still got, listen, by the way, we still got a big fight. I still feel like when y'all get off the plane in Atlanta and y'all going up the escalator and y'all see everybody's names or y'all see all the pictures, I believe that Welcome to Atlanta should be playing. And I believe that not just because it's my song, I just feel like that's the next step that we have to go to, because if this was Nashville, they'll be playing somebody's record when you go up the elevator. And Nashville is much more advanced in this mindset as far as making sure that their city represents country music. And when you get off the plane, no matter black, white, Chinese, purple, or brown, whatever it is, you know that Nashville is the home of country music. And I feel like Atlanta should be that for music in general. It's not just rap music, but urban music for sure. When you get off the plane in Atlanta, you should definitely know that this is the home of urban music. And urban music lives here. Rap music has lived here for the last 20 to 30 years, but urban music and, Usher doing Super Bowl and TLC and all of the other shit that's come from this city. I feel like it's important that, like I said, these are moments that even the city of Atlanta, sometimes I get discouraged because I feel like they be playing it like this is just natural. It's not natural for, like you said, it's not natural for other cities to have this type of energy. It's not natural for other cities to just even spew out this type of energy. And we can't just sit around and act like it's just normal shit. We got to really take advantage of like loving this energy and hold it to near and dear to our heart.
Yeah, man. Real talk.
Yes, sir. Hold on, see, I think we got another guest, no special, Smooth B, is you here with us?
Yes. What's good, baby? What's going on? How y'all feel?
Smooth B. What up, Smooth B? Yo,
And I hope you're in a good area.
Shout out to Smooth B, man. Shout out to Smooth B. Nice and smooth. What's good, brother?
Oh man, holding it steady, my brother. How are you?
I'm great, man. You on with Jermaine Dupri's on here too, JD?
That's my man. Yeah, I ain't seen Jermaine in forever. Where you at? What's up, big bro?
Smooth. I said, listen, when they kept saying Smooth B on, I'm like, Smooth B from Nice and Smooth. What the fuck? And they're like, yo, what's happening, bro? How you?
What's happening, baby? Everything is groovy. You know what I'm saying? Everything is good.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Yo, check this out. I'm in LA right now. I'm kicking it with my man Dro. You know Dro?
Yeah, I know Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
We just mixing it up. Yeah, been cooking, man. You know how it is. It don't stop, man. And it's always such a pleasure, man. It's always good to see you, bro. We go way back.
Same here, man. Huh? Same here. I saw y'all came out for Cassidy at Radio City. I seen that.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. That was definitely awesome, man.
Yeah.
And I did this. I dropped this single. I don't know if you had heard it. It's called Before, but it was one of them things. I did 3 videos for it, Jermaine. I did a video in Spanish, all of that. So Kermit was helping me. Come on, man. We took it to the #1 levels and all of that. But we still here. And I'm loving to hear you build about the generations because you always was a visionary. You understand? And you always had that consciousness of legacy. That's been your blueprint. You always was getting the youth, and that's future based, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Even before you set trends then. And so things come full circle, but it's needed that essence that
yeah, now you gotta have it. I mean, I think that that the one thing that's funny about it is that people tell me that it's a young man's sport, but when I start trying to put kids in it, niggas keep acting like I can't, like they too young. And I'm like, if it's a young man's sport, then what too young don't exist. As long as they got the information and they got the knowledge to be around it, then they should be a part of it.
That's what I'm talking. Man, look, man, a hit is a hit, man. Huh? and look, hits are timeless. That's the cold part about it. You know? So all we got to do is keep being us, and that's blessed by the Most High. So all we got to do is keep on being us and keep showing up to the party.
That's right. That's right.
Whoever don't know gonna figure it out. They'll be like, wait a minute. I do need some of that in my life, because sometimes you got to give them what they don't know they need, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta ask y'all real quick since I got we got both y'all here. Is it too late? Is it too late for Atlanta to do its proper hip hop 50th honoring and celebration? Because
no. Let me explain something. Let me add on to that. No way is it. Listen, guys. What was it? The 11th, August 11th signified the actual birth date, but the anniversary has to last the whole year, bruh. The anniversary is not, the celebration is not over until 2024 August. You heard me? So it's not too late, baby. Let's go. Yeah,
you're right.
I mean, think about it.
That's the thing that I've been trying to make sure that people understand the heritage of Atlanta. You know what I mean? The Raheems, the Shadis, the Kilo Alis, the Success and Effect, the Tag Team, all of these guys that was making these records prior to me. It's important that we celebrate the heritage.
Yes, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's sort of a setup question. I'm gonna keep it real, JD, because ain't too many people that could do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're probably one of the only people that can do it the way it's supposed to be done, where there is actually honoring of those names you just said, all the way up to today's MC. To be able to A&R to produce that,
There's no, there may be a few people. Darneck said Greg Street also, but maybe y'all get together. The point is, I'd love to see Atlanta also. You know, it's only right to me that it actually happens.
Yeah, no, it definitely got to happen. It definitely got to happen. And you know, like I said, hopefully, you know, I say my little things here and there on the tweets, and people take it and run with it. Hopefully, I say something to inspire more activity. You know what I mean? You know, like Dallas Austin. Me and Dallas did the 50 museum out here, Hip Hop 50 museum. I feel like that's really important. And right now it's like a pop-up, but I feel like it shouldn't leave. It should be something that the city takes, you know, advantage of and keeps, and make sure that this, like I said, it's a part of Atlanta. So like I said, it's still a teaching though. I feel like the education in hip hop, people feel like there's something wrong with learning. Like, you know, me going to New York, that's what my trips to New York were. I couldn't sleep at night when I knew I had to go to New York when I was younger, because I knew I was gonna see something, I was gonna hear something, I was gonna walk down a block that I ain't never seen nothing. You know, I learned sheepskins, I learned gold teeth, I learned leaves with this permanent crease. You know, I learned all this stuff being in New York, and it's like it's an education, and then we gotta make sure that continues for everybody. You know, even when we watch. I was telling this last night when they was talking about Rap City. It's important that Rap City come back, because what Rap City did was they educated us, and it educated the have-nots, right? Because everybody ain't got money to go to LA, right? You know, Smooth B, you out there in LA right now, but every man ain't got money to be in LA. So how you gonna see what's happening in LA? Rap City shows it, you know? These TV shows show it, and it's like the value of it. We're letting these guys from like tech and all these other places tell us that people don't watch TV no more. Black people don't operate the way the world operates. It's black people still at home that watch TV. You know what I mean? That's all they got. It's black people that still at home, they ain't got no cable, that need video music box. Like all of these places, you still gotta understand that everybody don't move the same. You know what I'm saying? And if you look and really, really take your own judge of it, you'll really see that it's a whole handful of people that move a certain type of way. That's why I've always been able to put out a kid artist, because like I said, that 12 to 15, it might not seem like it's a lot, but it's more 12 to 15-year-olds in this world than it is old niggas in this world. And they don't have no music right now.
Right. That's a fact. Well, look.
So you know, it's just you gotta take your own, you know, take your own survey and see what it is. But we need all of this stuff, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Well, man, look, man, you already know I'm out here, man. I'm here in any capacity, beloved, and you know how we get down. Let's bring it full circle.
All right, you looking? It's sunny out there. It's raining over here. I'm jealous.
It just rained on us last night. It just rained on us last night out the blue. It was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So.
Man. Yeah. You know, it does rain in Southern California, but you know, Tony and them, they made that song, man. And the first time it rained out here, I was like, I thought they said it never rained here. Yeah, y'all.
I'm waiting
man,
for
love always, man.
Smooth B, you got to do the podcast. You got to do a podcast, man. You got that energy, man. You supposed to be the telling stories, man. Just bugging out, being you, straight up Uncle Smooth B, talking crazy.
Come on,
talking real. And,
you know I'm gonna give it to you. You already know.
I don't got to go there anyway. I think it's time to wrap it up, man. We've been on here, man. Thank you, Jay-Z, Raymond.
Before we let him go, though,
what happened?
We gonna get another rap game?
Say what, Mom?
I said, before we let him go, are we gonna get another rap game?
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta find another place to do it. I feel like, like I said, that people always trying to fight me with these kids situations. So I want to take it to a place where people understand it, and then I'll bring it back.
I just had one last question, Jay. Jay, one last question. How many vinyls you think you have?
Oh man. Well, I went to a record store in Little 5 Points, and I bought the entire black section of the store. So I think they probably had
Damn.
Ooh, probably 5,000, 6,000 pieces of vinyl, at least.
Yeah. Now, just much respect from a producer standpoint, man. Like, cause I be seeing some of your lives sometimes, and you go, open and unopened vinyl, and you still looking for the breaks. You still looking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
I make my music for you guys. My records have to hit you guys first. That record with me and Jacquees is a DJ record. If the DJs, like you said, it reminds you of the roster, it reminds some people of the home team. It only gonna hit, these people who understand this, and that's what I wanted to hit first. If it don't hit y'all, it ain't no need to hit nobody else.
Right on, man. Well, much respect. Thank you for your time today, bro.
All right.
Amazing.
We're
going to keep rocking this record. And just one last time, you said this is a part of a Mass Appeal compilation?
Yeah. So look for the next record that's coming soon. As we promote this one, I'm going to drop another one right on top of that.
Is the whole project going to be out before the end of the year? Is this going to be a top of 24?
I hope so.
Okay.
I got to get to work.
Okay, for sure, man.
On the Mass Appeal.
Yeah, thank you, Al Lindstrom, also for making a connection on that. For real.
Good job.
Doing this.
All right, see ya, my nigga.
Peace.
Much love, Jay.
Much
love.
Peace.
We're gonna run her back. Run her back one time.
Digiwaxx.